Hello, in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between fatigue fractures and insufficiency fractures. So first off, these are both stress fractures, which is a repetitive overuse injury. So when there is a repeated stress or a repeated force that is acting on a bone, sometimes it can cause that bone to break down faster than it can repair itself. So in that case, we would say that the bone's osteoclastic activity, meaning the bone breaking down activity, since those are the cells that break down bone, so that activity would outweigh the osteoblastic activity, meaning the activity of the osteoblasts or the bone building cells. So when we're breaking down bone faster than we're building it, it makes the bone weaker. And so then when we continue to apply that force, then a fracture may occur. And in that case, that would be a stress fracture. So there are two types of stress fractures. One is a fatigue fracture and the other is an insufficiency fracture. Really, we're referring to what caused the fracture. So a fatigue fracture occurs in a bone that is otherwise healthy and normal. So it's got healthy bone density and it's a normal, healthy bone outside of the abnormal stresses and the impending stress fracture. Whereas an insufficiency stress fracture takes place in a bone that's already weakened. So that could be a bone like that has osteoporosis, for example, or maybe a bone that had a previous fracture and maybe it hasn't healed all the way yet. So it's still a little bit weakened. Okay, so a fatigue fracture is where we have abnormal stresses. So too much stress or too much force, too much overuse on a normal, healthy bone that then results in a stress fracture. An insufficiency fracture is where the bone is already weakened. Maybe it has osteoporosis or some other deficiency or disorder. And so when it's exposed to normal stresses that a normal healthy bone should be able to endure, then those normal stresses or those normal forces can cause a stress fracture in an already weakened bone. And in that case, it'd be an insufficiency fracture. So you could think of it like the bone was insufficient to begin with, or it had insufficient bone density to begin with, which resulted in a stress fracture. Whereas a fatigue fracture, it's a normal, healthy bone, and it's the fatigue, it's the overuse that caused the fracture, even though it was a normal, healthy bone. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.